I'm Dominique Valdez, and I'll be doing a literary analysis on my favorite poem, which encompasses both the Scots and English languages. A Fond Kiss and Then We Sever, written by Robert Burns in 1791. I will start off by reading the poem. A fond kiss, and then we sever. A fareweel, alas, forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears I'll pledge thee, warring sighs and groans I'll wage thee. Who shall say that fortune grieves him, while the star of hope she leaves him? Mean a cheerful twinkle lights me, dark despair around benights me. I'll ne'er blame my partial fancy, Naething could resist my Nancy. But to see her was to love her, love but her, and love forever. Had we never loved say kindly, had we never loved say blindly, never met or never parted, we had ne'er been broken-hearted. Fare-thee-weel, thou first and fairest, fare-thee-weel, thou best and dearest, thine ilka joy and treasure, peace, enjoyment, love, and pleasure. A fond kiss, and then we sever. A fareweel, alas, forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears I'll pledge thee, warring sighs and groans I'll wage thee. That's the end of the poem. I will now do the analysis. A Fond Kiss and Then We Sever, by Robert Burns, shares an experience with lost love. This love is both cherished and saddening, peaceful yet anxious. Through a set of contrasting lines, Burns conveys to the listener what is involved in an affair of young love. In doing so, Burns endorses the notion that such love can be pointless and unformed, but also shows the deeper meanings behind such a relationship. The song begins with the title line, A fond kiss, and then we sever. The fond kiss here is not literal, though undoubtedly kissing occurred. Instead, the song is about a brief relationship that one looks back upon with a kind of detached joy. The word kiss is used because it symbolizes something brief. Two mouths meet and exchange pleasures in one another and then part. The word fond is especially important to an interpretation of the song, as fondness is different from joy, happiness, or love. Fondness suggests a kind of distance from the situation. One would not say that they are fond of one's present lover. Stronger words are used. Fond is a term used for something long past, but which still speaks to one in a kind and reflective way. Fondness is pleasantry, not adoration. Yet, despite the fondness, the severing also created a great deal of pain. The next lines of the song pledge and wage heart-wrung tears and warring sighs and groans. The first of these is more obvious. Heart-wrung tears are the aftermath of the relationship's conclusion, by which the individual feels sorrow at love now being absent from his life. The second line is more complicated, as the sighs and groans are warring. I take this to mean that the sighs and groans are at odds with the singer's feelings. There is heartbreak over the loss of love, but also regret of its very existence. Therefore, there are two conflicting feelings expressed here. I wish I had my love back, and I wish I had never loved at all. Toward the conclusion of the song, previous lines about heartbreak are restated, but they are now punctuated with exclamation marks instead of periods. This tells the listener that the singer is reflecting upon rather than presently feeling those emotions. The excited tone shifts the conveyance from a sadness mixed in the immediacy of a loss to a joyful reflection of one's youth, as if to say, ah, such is young love. However, the song concludes with the previous lines about tears. Sighs and groans. These retain their periods from the beginning of the song. That the song concludes on this note conveys that it is the singer's final thought about the matter, and it is a solemn one. After reflecting back with amusement at the young and foolish person one was, the singer now begins to feel the pains from yesterday once more. This demonstrates that while the love was young, foolish, and fleeting, it left a deep and lasting impression on the singer. Other lines in the song, such as "Had we never loved, say kindly," or "blindly," had we ne'er been broken-hearted, echo the above sentiments. In this line, kindness is contrasted with blindness, conveying a kind of innocent but also foolish adoration of the significant other. These elaborations on the youthful love provide a transition from the initial saddened stanza of the song to a kind of justification. If not for this. This eventually builds into the fond reflection and then returns to the somber state of reflection about the loss of a loved one. The multifaceted expression of the emotion throughout the song conveys the subtle nuisance that pervade a young and hopeful relationship, and impart to the reader a sense of love and loss that pervades throughout one's life. That is the end of my analysis. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.